We're going for a silent workout tonight, bodies. All right.
Thanks.
You didn't get the memo. There we go. And walk back into a plank. And one more time. Big reach up. And set those hands down. And walk back into a plank. From here, we're going to drop our knees to the ground. So hands, Mallory, can you see over there? Kind of? Okay. Okay.
I got everyone but you.
Okay, good. We're going to bring the knees up and then set them right back down. So start activating your core. Okay, stabilizing through the shoulders. And you got one more time right here. And then sit back into a child's pose and stretch. And while you're here, if you want to rotate your wrists around, that feels good. We're going to come back to similar position again. And place the hands on the ground. Tuck your toes and drop back up into a plank position. Perfect. We're going to take one hand and just slide it forward. So I want you to feel your core engaged here and then slide it back and switch to the other side. Slide forward. Good. And our hips are going to try to stay nice and level. Slide forward again. And one more time. Good. And rock back into a child's pose and stretch it out. Now move your hips side to side and you need to stay on one side and stretch a little bit. You're welcome to do that. All right, coming up onto our knees. Hands come to our hips. We're going to tuck our hips underneath, open up the front of the body here, hold, and then reach one arm up and circle it around. Just waking up the shoulders. And do it again. Up. Come this way so Mallory can see. And reach. Good. Do one more time. Nice and easy. Good. From here, we're going to round our backs. Okay, so hips go back just a little bit as you round and then open up. Good. And as you, get comfortable with this move, it's not that challenging, but I want you to send your hips back a little bit and start activating your hamstrings, kind of like a mock hinge or deadlift. Let's go and do one more. And hold here and release. We're going to come up to our feet. And last thing we're going to do is just some ankle warm up. Okay, so heels off the ground, calves waking up. You've been sitting a lot today. Yeah, more than you'd like. No? You've been running around, Michelle?
No, I just have a standing desk.
Oh, nice. Love it. Standing as much as possible. I said I've been walking everywhere, so I had to go pick up a new hand mixer from, Facebook Marketplace meetup. Like, I'm walking. I'll be there in 20 minutes. She's like, all right, you're crazy. She did. She was like, I got you a bag. You said you were walking. And we're going to crouch down nice and low. And lift back up. Crouch down, feel the heels reach to the ground. All the way up. Good. And let's do one more time. And we should be feeling pretty warm at this point. You guys good? Okay, all right, let's do it. So we're gonna start heavy weight. So it's even a similar countdown, or actually this one is a count up as Monday. So 10, 20, 30, 40 new exercises, all right? So we're gonna do single arm thrusters. So one weight, only one weight, and one arm, all right? So weight starts right over the shoulder. We're gonna squat and then drive up through the heels. Okay, so the key with this one is that you have to stabilize a little more through the core. Probably feel that if you're using heavy weight. And then we'll switch to the other arm. Okay, after that, we've got bent over rows. These are alternating rows. So both weights, shoulders rolled back into place, and you're gonna alternate the rows. I'm just demoing right now. Yeah. Yeah, so alternating rows look like this. So go and practice with me real quick. Alternating rows. Good. And if you want to do both arms at the same time, you can, but is that your weak shoulder?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Lazy.
Sorry. Okay, so those are your two exercises. There'll be three rounds, because we're doing unilateral for the single arm thrusters. So the way this works for you guys that weren't here on Monday, 10 seconds to begin with, all three exercises, and then 20, and then 30, and then all the way up to 40. Very short breaks. Heart rate's gonna climb like crazy. But there's no cardio really involved except for just what's going on in your heart. So single arm thruster, choose an arm to start with, doesn't matter which one. Get ready, get set, and let's go. 10 seconds only. And you want to use the squat to help press up. Good. Almost there. And that was it right there. Easy peasy, right? Switch to the other side. Ready, set, and here we go. Push up. Good job. Change the view on this. And let's see. Almost there. You've got 2 seconds left. And done. All right. Let's go ahead and take our both weights in our hands, alternating rows. Feet are under the hips. We're rolling our shoulders back into place. And here we go. Alternating row. The key with this is that we do not rotate our body at all. So pull your elbows up for me.
Oh.
Up and back. There we go.
Flies.
That's all right. Those are great too. And one more time. And done. All right. One weight goes down. This is your recovery. Just change it from one exercise to the next. And put your weight back in your starting arm. Single arm thrusters, 20 seconds. Here we go. So single arm. If this isn't heavy enough for you, just feel free to go grab a heavy weight. But I imagine that after we get to the 40, you'll be okay. Good. So use your breath. Exhale on the way up. Good. Almost there. 5 seconds more. And last one. Quick change. You're just moving the weight to the other side. That's all you're doing. And back to your squat. Here we go. Squeeze your butt on the way up. These feel okay on everybody's shoulders. If they don't feel good in your shoulder, just hold the weight. Okay, if you don't want to go overhead, you just hold it right above the shoulder. And that's a modifier for you. Come on. 5 seconds. And this is your last one. All right, both weights in your hands. Woo! Heating up already, right? All right, 20 seconds, alternating rows, and begin. Core is tight, and lift the elbows up. Now you want to keep the tension out of your neck. Think up and back instead of up and shoulder over the ear. Good job. We've got 5 seconds to go. And this is your last one. And done. All right, one weight again. We're into 30 seconds on each exercise. So put the weight right above the shoulder. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Good. Single arms. Nice work. Now think about your elbow at the top, okay? Don't lock it, keep it soft. Woo. If you don't feel like you're working hard enough, you want to work harder, go deeper in your squat. Come on. Everybody kind of has a comfortable squatting range and we don't really get out of it very much. Woo. 5 seconds to go. And this is your last one. Done. Whew. Switch to the other side. Shake that arm out. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Come on. Good job. Remember that deep squat. Dig your heels in. Halfway right here. If it's not challenging, remember those options. Deeper squat, heavier weight. Come on. 8 seconds to go. We're all finishing together. Let's do it. One more rep and done. Okay, grab your other weight. We are going right into those alternating rows. How's everybody feeling? Yeah, take breaks if you need it. Otherwise, roll your shoulders. 30 seconds, go. Alternating. So part of the reason your heart rate's climbing is very little breaks. We're using big muscle groups. Good, can you bend your knees a little bit and lift your tailbone? Here we go. Very nice. Good, if you want to make this a little more challenging, you just go a little slower. A little more time under tension with those weights. And final 10 seconds. Whew. Good job, let's do 2 more reps on each side. Come on. And one more, and done. All right, we're moving into our final round. Drop the weight. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music just a little bit. All right, so final round. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Doesn't matter which arm you start with, because both are going to get equal opportunity here. Yeah, I want you to make yourself breathe a little heavier. Come on, how can that happen? Maybe a little faster. 40 seconds. Okay, you're halfway. Come on, drive. You guys doing great. Again, if you need to slow down and keep going, that's okay. But we only have 8 seconds to go. Woo! And last one. Done. Switch arms. Roll that one around. We start in 3, 2, 1. Racket. Here we go. 40 seconds on the clock. And that weight doesn't have to come any lower than the shoulder. Woo! So we're going till the 15 on the clock. If you can see it, that's where we're stopping. Sometimes you need to see those numbers, right? 15 more seconds. You want a deep, deep squat. It's your last squat for a long time. Well, not forever, but just for the sequence. And done. Grab your other weight. Woo! All right, single arm rows. Shoulders back and around, okay? Elbows elevated just a little bit. Here we go. Begin, row. Bring the weights right to the rib cage. So you can do both arms at the same time if you want to, but I really like that single arm action because your core has to work to prevent rotation. Okay, so a lot of times we want to rotate like this, but when you have single arm movements, the core has to keep you in place. Halfway. Come on. Want to work harder, hold the weight up just a little longer. An extra second. Almost there. 8 seconds. And let's get one more on each side. Right here. This is it. And done. All right. We should all be feeling pretty toasty and ready to go into high intensity interval training, right? We're gonna have a little bit more, cardio, a little more getting off the ground if you want to, okay? So we're gonna start with squats, just front kicks to begin with. Front kicks only. So feet wide, you're gonna kick, this is your 30, 20, 10. So from the side view here, you wanna lean back a little bit as you kick, activate your glutes, and activate your hamstrings as you pull that in. Kind of a kickboxing move. 30 seconds. Your next one, you're gonna squat and kick. So bringing a little bit more intensity to this move. Final round, 10 seconds. Tuck jumps. Okay, if you don't want to do a tuck jump, you're gonna just stay down and pulse. All right, so low impact is pulse, tuck jumps if you want. All right, so 30 seconds, ready, set, kicks only, and go, kick, and kick. So brace the core, lean back and kick with, okay, the ball of your foot. There you go. Maybe you've never done kickboxing before, but think about kicking down a door. Bam. We don't kick down doors with our big toes like this, right? I mean, I don't really kick down doors very often. Let's just be really honest, but like the visual, right? Come on, one more. Now add the squat. Squat and kick. So what we're doing with this 30, 20, 10 is we're adding layers of intensity. So if you don't want to add a layer, you don't have to. Still strong in that kick, right? Door down. Good, you've got 5 seconds left before we go into tuck jumps. And then we're gonna repeat this exact same sequence. Again, tuck jumps, 10 seconds. Let's go, tuck. Option, pulsing squat. I know, come on, get those knees up. Get them up. Work, pulse is fine, one more. Good, now kicks, kicks. Back to 30 seconds. Lower intensity, right? Good. Makes you feel more like a boxer if you have your hands up, just saying. Okay. Woo! See, this move gets hard on the second time around. Come on, stay with it. You've got 10 seconds to go. Come on, kick. You're almost there. One more on each side. And you're gonna add the squat. Here it comes. Squat down, kick. You want to think about pressing up with one foot and driving that ball of the foot forward. Good, 10 seconds. Nice job, nice job. We have one more round of tuck jumps and then you won't do that again. Okay. One more kick on each side. Here come those tuck jumps, ready? Or pulses, your choice. And 10 seconds, let's go. Come on. He's up in front. Yep, you got it, 3 seconds. Come on, done. Huh. Woo. Get a drink. All right, so take about 30 seconds to recover. And we're gonna jump into the next one, which is upper body. Okay, so no jumping on that one. Sure. Yeah, you may want that band on. Okay, so bicep. It's the bicep drill. So you can use your heavier weights. If you see what I'm doing and you want to grab different weights, you can do that. We're gonna have our palms up, start with our elbows back. We're gonna brace our core, lift our arms up, slowly bring them back down. All right, slow movement. If you want to, like maybe you don't want to change your weight, you can do wide weight only, right here, and slow. 30 seconds. After that, alternating curls, okay, with the same weight if possible. And then at the end, 10 seconds, we're pulsing, and then we're right back to it again. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so ready, set, here we go. Brace the core, slowly lift, and slowly bring it back down. Think about like a big arcing motion. Elbows are kind of doing the movement here, right? They're locked in place. The key here is that your back does not begin to arch, so your abdominals are tight. Yeah, you feel it? They want to, right? Your abdominals want to let go, and your back wants to arch. We're almost there. And alternating curls. Let's go. Curl, curl, curl. Come on. Stay in the tension right here. Nice job, nice job. Come on, pull all the way up, all the way down. There's 20 seconds here. Just think your legs are getting a big old break right now. And pulse it right now, right in the middle. Pulse, pulse. If you can't pulse, then just hold. Isometric hold is fine. Keep going. 3, 2, done. Now, no breaks. Right back to it. I know that was a really sad baseline. Like, what? Your only option here is that you change your weight to keep the movement going. Oh, you don't want to hit burnout. Even if you don't want to, I want you to. Bend your knees a little bit for me. Good job. We're almost there. 8 seconds until we change into the next gear, all right? And alternating curls, ready? Let's go, curl. Maybe you want to do a hammer curl instead of a palm up. That makes it a little gentler on the shoulders. Work, work. This is a 20-second set. We're going to finish with our pulses. And we're going to go back to legs. Come on. One more curl on each side. And everybody pulse. 10 seconds. Let's go. Pulse or maybe just hold. Burn out. And here's 5, 4, 3, and you're done. Okay, so we put those arms out to the side. Little stretch. Okay, how about those legs again? Should we try it? You're gonna feel more hamstring work on this one. So it's a regular deadlift. So weights are in front of you for deadlift. You go heavy. Looks like this. We're hinging at our hips, sliding our weights down to our knees, and coming back up. The knees are soft. It's not a squat. We're just thinking about pushing our butt back. There you go. I'm pulling back up. Good. Next move is a, sorry, let me look at my notes here. What am I doing next? Down chop. So one weight only, okay? And we're going to bring it down. Same motion. It's a hinge and slow back up to the top. So it's a little quicker on the way down, quick, and then slow back up. Okay. Finally, change the grip on your weight, and you've got a kettlebell swing for the final 10 seconds. Okay, and if any of those moves don't feel good, stay with the one that does feel good, and just do that the whole time. All right, so deadlift, shoulders back, ready, 30 seconds, let's go. I personally think that deadlifts are done best when they're slow down, quick up, personally. So that feels good, and go ahead and try it. Snappy hips, right? Squeeze your butt, push your hips up, going forward. Do you feel your hamstrings? Yeah? A little bit through the back? All right. You guys can talk. It's okay. And what?
That's all I
It's done. All right, down top. Ready? Take it up. Quick down. Slow back to the top. Quick down. Good. So still snappy in the hips. Perfect. Let's try to get 2 more of these in. And then we're going to change our grip right here. Kettlebell swings and snappy hips. Come on. So it's not the arms lifting the weight, it's the hips thrusting the weight forward. 3, 2, and grab your dumbbell again. And go right back to your deadlift. Here we go. Kind of slow on the way down, quick on the way up. Perfect. Good. All the weight should be in the heels, toes should be light on the floor. And we just got 5 seconds more. Coming up into that down chop right here. Grab one weight only, all the way up, and bring it down, slow back up. If this bothers your back at all, okay, then stay with the deadlift. Good, good, good. Just got 5 seconds more. We're gonna finish up with our kettlebell swing. So change the grip right here and swing. Swing. Come on. Come on, activate your hamstrings. You can do this 3 and 2 and done. Whew. All right. We are done with our HIIT now. We're going to slow everything down and do slow motion. So I don't know if you've done slow motion with me or not, but we're doing high intensity, okay? The low impact, slow motion moves. We're going to do a superset, which means we're going to work the same muscle group twice, alternating with another muscle group in between. So it's a 10-second down and a 10-second up for the exercise that I'm giving you, which is a tricep push-up. All right, so a couple different options for tricep push-ups. All right, let me see here. You can be on your knees with your hips tucked. Okay, super slow down, just like this, and super slow back up. You can also do it in tabletop, and your elbows come to the ground, or you can do it on your toes. But the key here is that we're working to muscle failure, okay? Not working to rest and then jumping back in and working to rest. It's just all out. If you can only do one, then that's awesome. That's great. Say you can do a little bit more than that, fine. But most likely we're going to cap this around a minute, maybe 90 seconds, because it's small muscle. All right. So 10 seconds. Get ready. Get set. And here we go. I'll count for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You should just barely be getting down. 2, 1. Push back up. 10, 9. Whichever direction you start or whichever position you start, you gotta stay there. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. Come on. 10. Core is so tight. Your whole body is activated. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly push back up. Come on. We all might fail at different times, and that's okay. Failure is good in this one. 3, 2, 1. And anybody still going? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep going. 2, 1. Return to it. 10 seconds. Good. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to do one more. Whoever's still in, one more. 10 seconds down. You guys are all good? All right. Those of you on the screen, you've got 5 seconds. And now return trip coming right here. 10. It's super slow. Breathe through it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hopefully you hit burnout. I hit it like after 2. That was plenty for me. All right. Stay single leg hip bridge. We're gonna work hamstrings next. So single leg hip bridge. You're on your back. One leg is up in the air. Okay. You're gonna be pressing on your stabilizing leg, and you're pressing through the heel. So 10 seconds to come up, and then 10 seconds to come back down. You're gonna go very, very slow here. Now, if this is not enough weight for you, put a weight or two on your hips, and that would be fine too. All right. So get ready. Get set, and let's go. Here's 10, 9, 8. You're at 5. Slowly getting to the top. You're using that same leg the whole time, and return trip, slow it back down. It's hard on the way down because gravity wants to pull you down. You're at 5, 4, 3, and do not let the hips touch. Go back up. 10, 9. Good. All the weights in that heel. 5, 3, 2, and you're at the top. Super slow back down. Let's go. Keep going, keep going. Rest and be done if you need to. 5, 4, and return trip back up. Here we go. 10. Feel this in your hamstrings and glutes. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2, and return trip. Oh, anybody burning out a little bit? Woo! It's just me left here. Okay. 5, 4, 3. Somebody else on there is with me. And done. All right, switch legs. Okay, stretch that leg out for just a quick moment. And we're gonna switch legs. Okay. So take the heel in. And get ready. Get set. Let's go. 10. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super slow. Think about your hips being level. 4, 3, 2, and back up again. 10. Do not let your butt touch the ground. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you go higher? And return trip. Slow it back down. And there's 5, 4, 3, 2. Go back up again. Come on, stay with me. Somebody keep going. Nobody's going. I'm gonna finish this last one because I know there's somebody on the screen that's still going. And at the top, let's do 10 seconds down. Hamstrings are a hard muscle to burn out, aren't they? 4, 3, 2, and done. Shake that leg out. Okay, remember, superset, which means we go back to triceps. Okay, this is going to be a kneeling tricep overhead extension. Now, kneeling, because we're going to help isolate the rest of our body so we can't help at all by rocking. So one way, maybe both ways, totally up to you here. Okay, elbows are in. You're going to hold on to the bell part of your dumbbell. Okay, your hips are tucked under, and we're going to start up. Elbows are in. It's 10 seconds on the way down, just showing you real quick. And then 10 seconds to slowly come up, not locking at the top, keeping those elbows soft. So I want you guys to burn out within 1 minute. So go heavy. I'm going to go as heavy as I possibly can. I might just get 2 in. That's the goal, all right? So if you're doing 2 weights together, okay, put them, lock them in. Get ready. Arms up tall, tuck the hips, and let's go. 10 seconds. You can see the clock if you want to watch it. Make sure I'm on the right track. We're at 5, 4, 3. Chin off your chest, please. Yeah, there you go. And return trip. Push back up. Remember, it's okay to hit muscle failure in 1 rep. There's nothing wrong with that. You're at the top, go back down. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Come on. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on. Squeeze and push back up. You can do this. Ah. Your muscles should be screaming. 3, 2. Can we go down again? Let's try it. Come on. Ah. I know I might not come back up either. That's okay. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Return trip. Come on. You got this. This is our final one. Final one. You're at 5, 4, 3, 2, and you did it. Okay. So finishing up our hamstrings. I gotta look at my notes. Where am I at here? Oh, supine reverse plank. Yes. Okay. This one's great. Okay. The toes are going to be pointed. Okay, you've done this before, most likely if you've been in class with me. And your hips are coming off the ground. So you want to kind of walk your shoulders underneath your back a little bit. Your hips are off the ground, your toes are pointed. Hands on the ground is level 1. And then hands reaching past your eyebrows, or arms reaching past your eyebrows is level 2. We're not dropping our hips for any reason until you feel like you're done and you don't want to keep going. All right, most likely this is going to be a minute to 90-second drill. Okay, so tuck your hips, raise your core, and let's go right here. So one thing I want you to think about when you're doing this move, I do this all the time. I rock my knees open because it makes it easier. So try to cheat too, don't worry. Point your kneecaps to the ceiling. Okay, rotating your hips in instead of out. Now some people's bodies don't do that very well, and that's okay. All right, but do your best. Little cramp, stretch it out. You're at 30 seconds. Let's see if we can go for a full minute. Want to try? Yeah. Breathe. Exhale deep into the abdominals. Okay, so you were at 45 seconds right now. Who's going for a full minute? I'm going for a full minute. Trying. And just if I drop doesn't mean you drop, okay? So it doesn't give you any reason to stop. But we are at 1 minute right now. I have to stop. You guys have 30 seconds. Keep going. Awesome. Good job, Michelle. Rest when you're done. Okay, coming up. Nice job. All right, you have 15 seconds left. I'm going to just let you guys go for 15 seconds longer. Those of you still on. Next up, we have a Russian twist with weights. Okay, we're going to do 1 core exercise and 3, 2, time is up. For any of you who were on the screen and still doing your reverse plank. So Russian twist with weight. You want to go heavy as long as you don't have any back issues. Any back issues that don't feel good with twisting, then go lighter weight. But hold the weight or weights, depending on what you're using. You're going to tuck your tailbone under a little bit. And we're going to go slow. This is 10 seconds to one side. Yep. And then 10 seconds back up to the center. And then 10 seconds to the other side. So because this is a small motion, we're going extra slow. Okay. We don't have as much range to work with. All right. So hips tucked under. Okay. Brace the core. Weight out in front of you. And chest up. Let's go. 10. 9. Good. Super slow. Remember, your rotation is only 45 degrees. So if you're rotating and you're bringing the weight behind you, it's too much. And return trip. Slow. You're at 5. 4. We will go to the other side. We'll alternate here. So 3, 2, and switch directions. Just jump in. If you feel like you don't want to do any more rotations, but you still want to keep working, then you're going to hold the center. Ready? Come back to the middle, super slow. Keep breathing, you got this. 2, 1, and switch directions. 10 seconds is always way longer than we think, right? 3, 2, 1, and slow back up to the middle. Job. Tailbones tucked. Feel nice scoop through your midsection. 2, 1. Let's do the other side. 4, 3, 2, and super slow back up. Come on. Push, push, push. All right, we're gonna have a little challenge in the middle. Are you ready? You're gonna hold right in the middle. Hold. Stay right here. Now, lift one knee off the ground. Just for a moment. Hold. Set it down, lift the other knee off the ground. Just a little hold. Okay, one last challenge. You're gonna reach your arms up. Stay. 3, 2, 1, and done. That's called the earthquake. Did you feel the earthquaking in your body out of control? Okay. We're gonna go back to high intensity. So that means there's 3 different exercises, starting at 40 seconds, moving down to 10 seconds. So the little change up though is that we're not going to do presses, we're going to do snatches just to give the shoulders a slightly different exercise. So if you want to do the squat presses again, you can. A snatch is kind of fun. One arm, a little more hamstring and hip intensive, gives our quads a break. So we're here, we draw the weight up and straight up over the shoulder. And then we hinge back down, and we come back up. Perfect. So go heavy if you can. That's your first one. Then you're gonna do a bicep row instead of alternating rows. So bicep row, okay, palms are up, and you're bringing your weights up to your rib cage. Okay, so kind of middle rib cage. So it's a little more bicep and back intensive here, and hopefully less on the neck. But again, if you want to do the first exercises, the alternating rows, you can do that instead. All right, we're good. Snatch first. So single arm snatch, starting at 40 seconds for every exercise, and then bringing it down to 10. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Snatch. These are snappy hips. Shoulders and back. And again, you can modify this if you want by keeping the weight really close. Doing more of a curl press. Up to you. Just over halfway right here. Shoulders are shot. You remember the options? It's just a squat with a hold, right? You've got to choose for yourself. Come on, one more. And done. All right, whew, roll that shoulder around. Let's switch to the other side. Ready? 3, 2, we hinge first, and go. 40 seconds. Remember how awesome it was to start with this big number and work our way down? Come on. If you're watching the clock, okay, with me, you're at the 10 is when we're gonna stop, okay? For everybody else, that means you got 20 seconds to go. Come on. I love this move because your whole body feels it tomorrow. Not just your shoulder. We've got 2 more. Come on. And done. All right. Both weights in the hands. Bicep rows. So once again, shoulders back. And you're bringing your weights up to your rib cage and your elbows up and back. Okay, so it's not a bicep curl, but bicep row. Ready? And let's begin. You've got to bend over. Push your chest forward just a little bit. Whew. We may need to alternate arms on these ones, right? Our biceps are pretty hard. Let's keep those knees bent. That's going to help protect your back. You can do it. Remember the option. You can alternate arms. It's okay. We are so close. You've got 5 seconds to go. Yeah. And done. Oh, let weights down. Okay, we're going to 30 seconds. Starting at the top with the snatches. Get ready. And you have light weights next to you. So if you need to change the light weights, it's okay. And here we go. 30 seconds. Whew. Feel your body moving a little more powerfully through these snatches than the rows, right? You got it, you got it. Over halfway. 8 seconds. Come on, exhale up. Done. Switch arms. Roll that shoulder around. Woo. 3, 2, 30 seconds we go. Remember, you can do palm in at any time. Keep it a little bit gentler on the shoulder. Woo. Keep going, keep going. We've got just 3 seconds to go. And done. All right, grab both weights. Woo. Bicep rows, back and biceps getting strong. Remember, here we go. Bring it up. Without shrugging the shoulders. You feel all the other smaller muscles start to help you out. Just big ones are fried. We've got 10 seconds left. Come on. A little bit of grit here. Gotta push through those hard things. Come on, you can do it. And last one. Done. Okay. We're in our 20-second sets. These are gonna fly, all right? They're gonna go so fast. You won't even know I hit you. All right. Roll your shoulders back. 20-second snatches. And begin. Up. Don't forget to use your legs a little bit to snap you up. Don't forget to brace the core so your back does not, okay, get a twinge in it from throwing that weight over the head. Come on, one more. And other side. Whew. Shake it out. Ready? Let's begin. 20 seconds. Yeah, you guys are all working so hard. Woo. You've got just 2 seconds left and done. All right, grab both weights. I know you want a break, it's coming really soon. Palms up, hinge, lift your tailbone, lift your chest, and go, bicep row. Woo. Actually squeeze your biceps while you do this, it'll make it so much more awesome. 8 seconds, can you do that? Answer is always yes. And done. All right, 10 seconds. Okay, just 30 seconds till the end, and then we're going to Pilates and core work. All right, and then all the little muscles, I'm sorry, all the little weights can be used. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Let's fly through it. Brace the core. Keep it safe. Come on. One more. Done. Other side. No break. And begin. Up. Exhale up. Come on. One more time. And done. Both weights. 10-second bicep rows. Woo. Hinge and go. Come on. I know. Everything's burning up. One more and done. You did it. Set your weight down. Oh, arms are dead. Okay, arms out to the side. Pull your fingers towards the body. And then I want you to put your hands down and let your head fall to one side as you press the opposite arm down. Circle down the middle. And to the other side. Ooh. Good job. All right, hands behind you, eyes up. Chin down. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Get a drink, and we're gonna head to the floor. You need small weights for this one. So I think 5. I'm not sure actually anymore what these ones are. they're in the 5 rack, so they're probably close to that, maybe 4s. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of just spinal mobility. Sometimes we get locked up after some of that movement. So why don't you just go ahead and sit up nice and tall, feel your sitting bones press down into the ground. Now we're just gonna scoop our abdominals in, and then and scoop. Woo. The Pilates is all about core flexibility. We're gonna throw some upper body stuff into that as well, just to have some fun. Change things up a little bit. All right, last one here, hold. Now I want you to just do some little rib circles, okay? You isolate ribs a little bit. And then go in the opposite direction, little rib circles. And one more time. All right, sit up tall, stretch your arms up. And then open out to the side, place your hands back behind and just lift your chest. And then we'll sit right back up again. And open out and drop back. And one more time, and lift. And hold. All right, we're going to shift your hips forward a little bit. I'm going to take our hands to our legs, bring them in, and rock side to side here. Okay, so we're going to start with hundreds, which is a typical Pilates exercise. What I want you to think about before we even go there, though, is imprinting your hips into the mat. Not your low back, but your hips. Okay, so if they're kind of tilted where your tailbone is tucked under, level that sacrum out, that flat area between your hip bones, level it out, and then draw the belly button down so you feel engagement through your abdominals. So if you don't know what engagement feels like in your abdominals, okay, the opposite of that is open, where like your hips and ribs are really far from each other. So you want to kind of fill them up. All right, so from here, knees are bent to begin with. We're going to take an inhale through our nose, and then exhale. We're going to roll our upper body off the mat, put our chin not on our chest, but toward our chest. And we're just going to pump our arms. Okay, so movements coming from the shoulders, but we're looking at our belly button here. And if you want to stay with the breathing pattern for Pilates, just inhale for 5 breaths and exhale for 5 breaths. But sometimes that's too much for certain people, so you can just breathe at whatever way you prefer. Keep going. Now, if you want to make this a little more challenging, it feels good right here. You want to go a little more, you can extend one leg or both legs, but keep that same imprint of your hips to the mat. Inhaling for 5. And exhaling for 5. Good. One more set of breathing like that if you're doing it, or just going for the belly to stop. And 3, 2, 1. You're going to hug your knees in, lower your head to the ground right here. All right, so the head's going to stay down for a few moments, but we're going to go back up and after your breath. So legs go straight up on the inhale. I want you to flex your feet and push your legs out in front of you as far as you can before your low back lifts, and then bring your heels to your butt. So it's kind of like you're moving your legs like a bicycle, but with both legs at the same time. Good. So you're going to feel that little tug on the lower parts of your abdominals. You feel that? As your legs go out, okay? Should feel okay. And let me give you a challenge if you want it. Set your feet down on the ground for a moment. Grab your small weights, okay? If you want it, we're going to hold our weights up over our chest while we do that move. Okay, so just right here. If you don't want it, no problem. Otherwise, legs up and flex the feet and then bring them in. So this is your level 1 with this move, okay, with the weights. And that feels okay. You want a little bit more. Slide your weights just like a 1/2 inch back towards your head. And you're going to start to feel a little tug on the upper abdominals. Feel that? No? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because I'll just keep making it harder if you don't talk, okay? Don't hold your breath. 10. All right, set your waist down for a moment. Okay, we're gonna lift our hips up. Woo! Take a little breather. And then hug your knees to your body. Go ahead and rock side to side.
Yeah, it's stuck. Oh my God.
You're stuck in one position. Just try to get out of it. All right, we're gonna hug one knee in and extend the other leg out, kind of long and strong across the floor or up on the diagonal, your choice. This is just a single leg stretch. So we're gonna inhale and then inhale again, and then exhale and exhale. Okay, so just hugging that knee. That's a really great stretch for the hips, and then also still activating the core. And it gets us ready for our next move, which is our crisscross, or most people know it, bicycle crunch. And I want you to hold one knee in here, bring your fingers behind your ears, lift your upper body if you can. Okay, if you can't lift your upper body, feel like your abs are too sore, then just do the single leg stretch. Otherwise, we're gonna bring shoulder to opposite knee and then switch. Okay, if there's any kind of twinging in your low back, okay, maybe you just want to keep one foot on the ground and you'll hear a bit of crisscross. If you want the breathing, we're going to inhale right, inhale left, and then exhale right, exhale left. Keep going. And one more set here. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, and turn your head to one side. Your abs on fire. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, we're gonna get a little breather right now. So we're gonna roll ourselves over onto our front side and take a stretch and work the back for a moment. Okay, so fingers are pointing forward. Okay, fingers are pointing forward. Around this way. Sorry, Mallory, you're in the corner. So. All right, so toes are pointed to the ground. We're gonna take our nose and roll it off of our mat, and then press our palms to the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and just hold here. Now, while you're here, pull your belly button up off of the mat. Just try to, and then release the belly button. Feel the difference? Pull it up, and release. Little back exercise. Pull the belly button up. I feel like I'm doing facials over here. It's kind of like that. It's kind of the same idea.
It's a very pelvic floor move.
Pilates is all about your pelvic floor, okay? Everybody needs a healthy pelvic floor, male and female, all right? And one more time, and release. Now, from here, I want you to take a big inhale and extend your arms out in front. Hold. Circle your arms around and place them back to where you're starting. Draw the belly button up off the mat. Pop it up. And then release. And circle and hold. Okay? And draw the belly button in case you lost it. And reach. And circle. And sit back and stretch. Woo! Okay, let's do a hands and knees next. We're going to work hips and butt a little bit with our little weights. Okay? So you're going to place one weight behind your knee. If your weight's too heavy and your neighbor has a smaller weight, borrow it from them. Okay, so you're gonna hug that weight real tight. Hands are underneath your shoulders. You're gonna pull the abdominals in tight. And then we're gonna lift our knee up, slow, and then lower it down. Good, and lift up again. How's that feel? Okay, you feel you gotta stabilize so you don't rock because you get that extra weight. And inhale down. You've got one more time here. Hold. Okay, now we're going to take it out to the side in a little circle. So, what's that?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. We're having fun now. All right. It's easy, does it? And one more time. Good, and hold. Now, out to the side like a hydrant. And release, yeah. Doesn't have to be high. And here's your last one up to the side. You don't have to do very many of these, do you? And done. Okay. Woo. Did you feel your obliques so much more with the weight than when we just do those normally? Woo. All right. So put the weight underneath the other leg. And we're just going up. And then bringing it back down. Okay. Hug that weight tight because it wants to escape, especially if you have slippery pants on. Right? It escapes all the time. And one more time, then we're gonna add that circle. Okay? So up, knee out to the side, hold the weight. Think about the rest of your body, it's not moving. And one more time. Up. All right, as we come down, we'll go to hydrant for the final move. Just 4 times. Slow and steady. Woo. And here's the last one. You got it. And done. All right, take the weight out. Woo, you did it. I want you to sit back. Flip your palms up, thumbs out. You separate your hands a little bit. Hopefully that feels good on your back. Woo. All right, moving on. Take your right leg forward. I'm going to mirror you guys. Take your right leg forward, left leg back. Okay. Sit up tall. You're kind of like 90-ish if you can. And then just a little bit of a lean forward. It's not much. So when you lean forward, you just feel your butt. Maybe? Maybe just kind of. Maybe not, but you want to, you can rotate towards your front leg, cramp it up a little bit. I know. Yeah. And then rotate a little bit to the other side. All right, we're gonna sit up tall here and stretch your legs out. So here's what I want you to take your back leg and take it on top of your front leg. So pulling your toes, so your top heel is kind of pulling your toes. You're sitting tall. I want your hands by your side. Open up your chest. So your posture muscles working. All right, whichever leg is on top is now going to be your front leg for that same stretch. So bend it, the other one behind. Sit tall, lean just a little bit forward. Depending where your legs are sore, you will feel those stretches in so many different places. Okay, you can take a little twist if you want. And a little twist to the other side. Okay, back leg is going to swing forward as we stretch out our legs, and it's going to be your top leg. Remember, your hands go next to you. And straighten the back. We're going to come standing next. So do that however works best for you. Make sure you have weights underneath your feet that you're going to step on. That's like the best way to end the workout, right? All right, take finger behind the ear. Okay. And you're gonna get ready to really fancy dancing. Exactly. And lean back a little bit. When you lean back, open up the front of the body, open up the chest. And switch to the other side. You made it through your first week of the camp. Yay! Except for Mally, he needs to come back tomorrow. He's not done yet. Big stretch up. And then bring your elbows down. We're going to finish with a little roll forward. So round your back. I'm just going to start to waterfall down. And then just let yourself swing side to side. I like this one. I know, it's a bit of it. All right, bend your knees as you roll back up. And then just reset. Shoulders back and around. All right, here's yourself a hand. Y'all did it. All these together. Good job. Next week, okay, new stuff from your way, but we are still going to do a lot of the same high intensity, slow motion, heavy weights, just going to do fun patterns and ways to work you guys out. So have a great night. I'm going to say hi to these guys real quick.